Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. I was talking to you, but you didn't hear me. Is it just us on here?
Good morning. So far, we've got 7 people in.
Oh, I can't see anybody. I'm going to have to look here what I'm doing.
Ah. Do you have a participant option in the bottom right?
Um,
You should be able to see other cameras. Video and audio.
yeah, I've never had this before. Well, I'm not on this one ever, except for
Okay.
hold on.
Anyone can share.
Well, I better leave this on because I got to check people in. I can see you big, and I'm down on the right-hand side. Wait, let me go with these
Aside from
three.
the 2 of us, Matt's the only other person that has a camera on, so.
Good morning. I'm on, but I don't have my camera on.
I can see Lori just coughed.
Yay.
Hey, Amy, if you go up to the top there, top right, it says something like layout, and it's got like a 4-box
Grid
grid.
view.
If you click that, you should be able to switch it.
It has a what?
It's got like, it says layout. It's a little button at the top of at least what I'm looking at, top of the screen. It's a button that says layout, and then you can click on that. You can switch it. You probably have it on focus, and if you change it to grid, that'll let you see everybody.
Okay, I don't see that yet.
Do you see a little button in your upper right-hand corner that looks like a square within a square, like a picture-in-picture?
I see a square and it's got like a little red thing in it, but that's a access to the site. I got a video camera, but it says this page is accessing your camera. I don't know.
Huh.
Let me go down to the bottom and see. Not sure. I'm going to try it again.
I'm so jealous I don't have any coffee yet. I'm watching everybody drink out of their coffee cups. I'm like completely without coffee. I'm going to be struggling.
I would deliver. It would be great.
I can make some. I just haven't done it yet. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm going to give everybody a couple more minutes.
Oh, it's Chris and the women, it looks like.
No, I heard Jeff Rachel there.
Oh,
Oh, here's Matt Klein.
I had to go get coffee.
See?
we have to make our own. We have to make our own coffee.
Oh,
I know, and it's not as good as the
Hilton Garden Inn.
Garden and
true.
HGI.
I know. I kind of forgot I wasn't just going to be able to go like fill up a cup this morning. I came unprepared. All right, let's see.
You had a few other things to do, Erin.
No. All right, one more minute. We're going to see who we get in. Oh, that's pretty.
Oh, I see Christmas.
I know. Festive. Good morning.
It snowed yesterday.
Good.
Big time.
Very disappointed.
Yep. It was rough. All right, let's go ahead and get this party started. 1 second. I'm going to. All right.
Morning.
All right, can everybody see my screen?
And
Yeah.
Yes.
Woohoo! All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started with the Pledge of Allegiance. So if you're able to, if you can stand with me. Go ahead and start. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic
which
for which it stands,
Nation.
under God,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
With justice for all.
Thank you. And then I'm going to go ahead and give the morning prayer for today. So, dear Lord, we thank you for fresh grace and a week full of promise ahead still. Lead us in your way. Fill our hearts with your love and joy. Help us to see others as you see them. We ask that you guide every decision, response, effort, and conversation that we have going forward today and for the rest of this week in all your glory. In Jesus' name, we pray. Amen.
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 And for the 4-way test of the things we think, say, or do. Is it the truth?
Truth.
Is it fair to all concerned?
Fair for
Will
all
it build
concerned.
goodwill and better friendships?
Will it build goodwill, better friendships?
Will it be beneficial
Will it be
to all
beneficial?
concerned?
To all concerned.
Thank you very much. All right. Stop sharing now and get back to seeing all of your lovely faces. Since we don't have an official greeters report, I can say we do have 14 Rotarians who have logged in so far today. So thank you all for logging in. In addition, we do have Gina Luginbill. Is that how you say that?
Yep.
Okay, Gina Luginbill joining us today as our guest, and we're very excited to see her beautiful face as well as all of her wonderful decorations. It's just making the morning so joyful. So thank you. Matt, I don't know if you've prepared trivia. If not, that's okay. We can skip over.
Oh, President Aaron, although we can't be together at this time,
Yes.
I did take the opportunity to grab a stack of Trivial Pursuit cards on my way out the door. So I can't say I actually prepared questions this week, but I am prepared to ask questions this
All
week.
right. Let's
I would
do that.
propose, given that we're all on various WebEx portals and we're all so far away from each other, I'm just going to throw 4 questions out there.
Okay.
Anyone can answer. We're not bound by any rules of this
Love
is your
it.
table, that's their table, you can't answer this question. I want to hear anyone who thinks they know the answer to chime in. Okay, does that make sense?
Awesome. I love it. Yep.
Are you okay with that? I should have cleared that with you first since you are the president. I apologize.
Hey, you are the master and I will take your lead. We appreciate your services. I think it sounds
we'll
great.
see about that. Okay, I am. Again, there's really no method to the madness this week. I'm just going through cards and I'm looking at questions I think might pose a challenge, but yet may be answerable by this august group.
Notre Dame.
No.
She's just trying to get brownie points now.
We won't go there, but Susie, you're a gracious fan. I enjoy the banter with you. All right, here we go. How about this one? Now, I'm going to start off with an easy one. Hey,
Okay.
for all you science fiction and Superman fans out there, what planet does kryptonite come from?
From
Krypton.
Krypton is correct, Chris Wren.
Krypton.
Was that Chris Wren?
That was Jeff.
Tonight, Krypton. You were correct.
Oh gosh, I should have known that.
All right.
Nice
You
one.
guys are 1 for 1. This is outstanding. Oh. Now that one might, I don't know if anyone will get that. See, I'm trying to walk a fine line here. Oh, here we go. Music buffs. What English city? Give me the name of the English city where all 4 Beatles were from. What city was that?
Liverpool?
Yeah.
That's good.
Liverpool is correct.
Very good.
Nice. Good job, guys.
On fire. 2 for 2. You're on fire. Okay. Oh, here's another one. Some of you old-time TV fans or people of my age who got to watch this on reruns a lot. What TV series featured Jackie Gleason as a bus driver? What was the name of the TV series? Jackie
Honeymooners.
bus driver.
Honeymooners.
Said that.
Lori
People.
Parent.
Honeymooners is correct. If you were one of the many parties who yelled out the honeymooners, pat yourself on the back. One more question. I'm going to make this one a little bit tougher. Oh, boy. Oh, my gosh. You know, I've got to say this. I sit here and I look over these questions. I just want to go off on a tangent for a second to recognize the memory of Alex Trebek. As I sit here and ask these questions week after week for several years now, if I said I wasn't inspired by Alex Trebek, I would be a liar. So, what Texas city is the largest on the U.S.-Mexico border?
Paso.
Geography question.
Oh no.
El
What was that,
Paso.
Susie Healy?
El
El
Paso.
Paso is correct. Susie Healy gets the 4th and final answer correct here today. We are done. Susie, great job.
Good job, Susie. Thank you. I suck at geography.
You now know
We
where North
really appreciate
Dakota
it.
is.
I would say that last minute Trivial Pursuit grab on the way out the door was a hit. So thank you very much. We appreciate your preparedness and your willingness to be very flexible with all this. All right, so let's jump into Happy Dollars. Start with you, Amy. Are you available?
Yes. Did you
What are
say
you happy for today?
you said Amy, right?
Yep, yeah.
Um, I am happy because I am actually going to the chiropractor tonight. I've been having a lot of aches and pains and joint pain and muscle pain. So this is my second visit and I'm looking forward to feeling better again.
That sounds nice. I hope it works.
Yeah, me too.
I feel your pain there, though. I could probably use a chiropractor myself. All right, Beth, how about you? What are you happy for today? Beth, are you there?
You say Jeff or Beth?
Beth Wilkins.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. We'll get to you.
Okay.
All right, we'll come back to Beth. Chris Wren, how about you? What are you happy for today?
Well, this is my first Zoom.
Really?
It's not a Zoom. Yeah. So I'm just happy that I was able to log on to the damn computer and even see your faces. So how about that?
We're very happy to see your face too. Congratulations on your christening.
Yeah.
All right. Gina, are you there? Would you like to share something that you're happy about today with us?
I'm happy that coffee.
That's a good one. I'm jealous. Thank you for sharing. All right, Matt, how about you? What are you happy for today? Mr. Klein.
Oh, me. Well, I'll tell you what I'm happy about. I am happy. I am participating this year. The YMCA is having this fundraiser, a turkey cook-off. They've picked like 7 or 8 people from the community to serve as chefs. We will be cooking turkeys, and members of the community can reach out and donate to their chef. The donations, of course, all go to the Findlay YMCA, and the chef who gets the most donations is the champion. I've got some stiff competition, so I would request if you get a chance, check it out. It's on Facebook on the WISE page. You can go to my Facebook page. There's information on that. I'm going to need all the help I can. I've got some stiff competition. Some other chefs include J.J. Preston, Paulie Worstall, Paul Kramer. You know, they're heavy hitters, guys. I'm just a simple country lawyer out here in the middle of a cornfield. I need your help. So please, if you have the opportunity, check it out. Help the YMCA. Thank you.
Oh my God, that is awesome. I would definitely love to be there in support of you. I'm not sure if we watch this, is it going to be disastrous, or should we just come and give money?
Everybody, yeah, everybody, of course, is, you know, we're cooking them on our own over the course of like the next week and a half. We'll post pictures and maybe some videos up to the Y through their social media accounts so you can see how successful or unsuccessful we are. But I've got my recipe ready. I know what I'm going to do now. It's going to be time for me to execute.
That is exciting. You deep fry?
No, I'm not. I'm going with more of a traditional roast, but I've got some tricks up my sleeve, the likes of which are going to turn this bird into one amazing Thanksgiving dinner.
I cannot wait to see what you post on Facebook. All right, let's see. Nick, what are you happy for today?
Well, actually, I'm a little perplexed. So since the pandemic, I've been on a variety of Zoom calls with a variety of organizations, but there's something that only happens when I'm on Rotary calls. As of yesterday, twice now, I've been accused on Rotary calls of not wearing pants.
Please tell us you're not going to show us what you're wearing.
And I am, no, I'm just telling you, never. Since the pandemic has started, have I joined a Zoom call without wearing pants. I have worn shorts and a sport jacket at times, but always had pants. So I was perplexed by why I always get accused of Rotary. I wanted to set the record straight. There's my happy dollar.
That's wonderful. We have very special numbers. And we're glad to hear that you don't ever log on without pants. That creates quite an image for us. Thanks. All right, Susie, what are you happy for today?
Oh, about 2 weeks ago, maybe some of you knew that we had a big flood at our house, a broken hose. Anyway, after 2 weeks, we've had fans and cleaners, and the drywall people are coming next week. I've tried to schedule other people, and some of them are scheduled as far away as January, February. So it's going to be a long process, but we're on our way. So we're excited.
That's good. Very glad to hear that. All right, Nicole, what are you happy for today?
I am happy for speakers that can accommodate very quickly and adapt. So thank you, Gina. And I am happy for the sun blazing in my window right about now, which on a cold day is nice.
Very welcome. I agree. All right, Bo, what are you happy for today?
You know, I'm happy to be here and see everybody's face. You know, it's been a while since I've been able to make it up to Findlay, so I'm glad to see everybody. And you know, just good things going for me and the firm that I've established over this last month. It feels like things are really starting to come together and I'm on the upswing. So, very exciting stuff to come.
That's awesome. Really excited to hear that, and very excited to hear your voice, even if we can't see your face right now.
Yeah, fair enough. Thank you.
Jeff, Rachel, all right, your turn. What are you happy for?
Hey, I'm happy for a heated steering wheel. I tell you what, man, I'm on my way up to Michigan right now, so early morning for me, and it was iced all over the car and everything like that. I'm just happy for a heated steering wheel because it's nice and warm.
That's definitely some luxury right there. I agree with that. Be careful driving. Get there safe.
All right, I'm listening.
All right, Chad Adele, how about you? What are you happy for?
I am happy to hear from my old friend Gina Vorst today. I got to know Gina in high school and worked for her dad in college, and haven't heard from her in a while, so this will be nice.
Cool. Awesome. All right, Christina, how about you?
Well, I'll tell you, to follow Jeff's comment, I was actually in Michigan on Monday, had to go up there for work, and I'm really happy that I don't live in Michigan. Those people drive like crazy. Crazy.
Agreed.
But I made it back safe, so I'm happy for that.
I would absolutely agree with that. Happy to live in Ohio. All right, Laura, how about you? What are you happy for today?
I am just happy that I love this time of year, going into Thanksgiving week and then into December. And even though this will not be as traditional as we probably all want it to be, it's still it's a very important time of our year, and we do have a lot to be grateful even under these circumstances. So I wish you all the best of holidays.
Aw, thanks, Laura.
Thank you.
I agree with that. Holiday season is one of my favorite times of the year also. All right, Lori, how about you? What are you happy for today? That's awesome. That's really great to hear. I'm very grateful for that as well. And I would agree, we live in a very wonderful, giving community. So that's incredible. I believe that's everybody. Is there anybody that I missed for happy dollars or happy thoughts? No? All right, then I'm going to jump into a couple of items of business really quickly, and then we can hand it off to Gina for her presentation. So we did late last night, we got an email saying that we were officially approved for the grant for $1,000. So that's exciting. Our first official district grant. I'm so excited. I wish I could celebrate with everybody in person, but we're going to do it virtually. So yay! Good job, everyone. All right. So the hope is to use that money to help fund some of the healthcare needs, whether it be thermometers or some other items that some of the schools might be needing. But the hope is to make sure that we're using those items for helping school administrators, making sure that whenever kids are really truly being able to get back into school, or if it's something new that they need, now that there's so much remote learning going on, we're going to follow up with school administrators. But the purpose of that grant is to make sure we're helping out the kids. But very excited. So thank you everybody for any participation that you had, and at the very least for your support. That's very exciting. That's a huge thing for us, a huge milestone for us to say for the very first time we got our district grant. So we're starting to get money back that we've been given into the foundation. Yay! All right. The next thing is the Salvation Army bell ringing. Chris Wren, do you have an update? Did he just walk away? Oh, there he is.
No. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
here.
No problem. No problem. Do you have an update on bell ringing and what we have left to fill?
Well, this is your lucky day, folks. If you have not signed up yet, this is an opportunity for you. We still have 3 slots left, beginning at 5.
That is awesome. And I know that you
I'm sorry,
promised
Beth, did you
beautiful
take
weather.
5 to 6? Yeah. No, Beth took 4 to 5. So it's 4 slots. 4
Okay.
slots, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8. That's 3 slots.
That's 3 slots.
You got to give me a break here this morning. Haven't been to bed yet, so here we are.
Oh my gosh.
I can't count yet this morning.
That's okay.
3 slots. 3
Yeah,
slots.
I think you get a freebie if
Evening.
you haven't slept yet.
Yep. So that's where we are. Everything else is all set,
Awesome.
and we should be good to go.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Glad to hear that. Only 3 slots left. Beautiful weather promised by Chris Wren. So everybody's going to be able to enjoy their time out there.
Actually, I had conversations with Santa, and Santa says that the weather will be beautiful. So there you go.
There you go. Can't argue with Santa. All right. I appreciate that. Thanks. The other thing, a couple other items that I wanted to make sure that I mentioned. We did have a very good board meeting yesterday, kind of discussed some of the attendance items. Our plan as of right now, obviously we are going back to fully virtual. Obviously you all got that message. We are planning on being completely virtual at this point in time, probably through the end of the year. We're gonna wait and see how things go and kind of reassess then at the first of the year, but certainly, with attendance being a little down right now, everybody's schedule is kind of in a crazy whirlwind right now. We're going into the holidays. We completely understand. Still recording these, and these are getting posted to the website. Once that's finalized, I am going to make sure I bring up the website so I can kind of walk everybody through exactly where that link is going to be. So if you want to rewatch anything, you're absolutely welcome to do that. But for right now, this is our plan for the foreseeable future. So super excited for anybody who's able to join, and we really appreciate that. Also, with the holiday week next week, we are going to be canceling next week's meeting. So everybody enjoy your Thanksgiving in whatever manner or fashion that is going to be, even if it's just taking a couple of days to yourself. And I know all of us can probably use a little bit of a breather and a little bit of a refresher and mental, happiness and a little bit of calm. So whatever manner that is for you, I hope everybody enjoys their Thanksgiving holiday. But we will not be meeting next week. Also, the week of Christmas. So we have originally would have had a meeting scheduled December 23rd. We are not going to be meeting that week either. So we're going to plan on canceling next week for Thanksgiving and then December 23rd's meeting for the week of Christmas. So that is the plan right now going forward. Does anybody have any questions on anything at the moment, schedule-wise? Okay, and then we'll make sure that this gets sent out as well with a weekly message, so everybody who is not joining us is actually able to see that. Thanks, Nicole. All right. I do not have anything more as far as club business is concerned. Is there anything that anybody wants to add before we jump into introducing our speaker? No? All right, then I'm going to hand it over to Nicole, and just so everybody knows, I'm going to mute everyone as Gina is speaking, just to make sure that we can hear her okay. But Nicole, if you wouldn't mind introducing her to get us started. Thank you.
This is Gina Luginbill. She is the founder of Gina Lynne Design that was established in 2002, specializes in fresh flower design for special events, holiday design, fresh flower deliveries, home design, and planner designs. Gina Lynne is super excited to share with you a sneak peek into holiday design. So a little bit for the holidays, guys. Enjoy. Thanks, Gina.
Yeah, you're welcome. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Thanks for having me. And this actually worked out really great because you guys are on the job site with me today. So this is an actual client's house that we're decorating. We've been here for the last couple of days. And they're not here, so we are decorating early in the morning. So this is, we've done multiple trees in this house, and I saved this mantle just for you guys to show you how to do a mantle. So, so I'm going to give you step by step and some practical ideas that you could use at your house or just to have in case you ever get like a mantle bind. So, all right, first thing we did is we started with our garland here. We lit it ourselves. I personally don't like pre-lit stuff because it's not made to last. So I typically buy unlit garland, unlit trees. That way I can control if something goes out, I can switch it out very easily. So we have this garland here, it's a mixed pine, and then I'm going to do layer by layer. So basically, all of my designs are based on the layering effect. So I have the garland, and then I'm going to do, my next step is going to be this kind of a snowy pine stuff. And so I'm just going to tuck this in. Again, it adds more texture. And so we're going to go here. So I have about, like 10 of them. So I'm going to add a few here. I like how it also drapes down, just to soften up this area. I think the thing that a lot of people are afraid of whenever they're decorating is, I think to take chances. I mean, you have to try it. There's times when I put things on like a mantle or a tree, and I'm like, that didn't work out. So I just take it off, and I do something else. So don't be afraid to do something fun. Again, this is obviously a TV, so you don't want to block the view. Most people don't appreciate that too much. So so making sure everything is staying low, and then pulling it down to the side is also really nice too. I have more, but I'll do that in a little while. My next layer, I have some red velvet ribbon here and full backing. I like the stuff that has like a wire in it, just because it's easy to use. So I'm going to start from one end to the other here, and rather than doing a bow, I'm just going to start down here, and I'm going to tuck it in every so often here. And then I'm going to use the pine is wired, so I'm going to use the pine to just like bustle it in, if that makes any sense. Rather than stringing it across, it'll just kind of fall flat. This, with the wire and the ribbon, helps to look nice and full looking. See that? So I'll come here, come up and around. Again, I'm using my actual garland to secure it into the design. And to make it look like it's natural. You don't want it to look perfect. I think that's the other thing is I see other trees that people do, and I think they strive for perfection when a lot of times it's more about just like a carefree, natural look, rather than trying so hard. So my big thing is I like it to look like I didn't try very hard, but it just kind of happened. So that's why I strive for it. So I'm going to come across here. And again, I can smooth this out, kind of mess it up a little bit, so it doesn't look like it's quite so perfect. I'm going to go a little bit longer here. So this client in particular likes the classic Christmas traditional look. So we designed it. We actually did this job, started this job last year for the first time, and have done another installment this year. So we're doing additions, and it's turned out really pretty. Today we're actually going to be moving outside and working on outside design for them, because we finished up the inside for the most part here. So see how that it has a nice flow to it. All right. So after I'm done with my ribbon, the next thing I have these giant pine cones, and I'm just going to tuck them in. Again, keeping it low in front of the television so that you can see it, and just laying them right in there. Clustering them rather than I don't want to lay them across perfectly. but maybe more like it just kind of, again, happened. I didn't try that hard. So I'm gonna do one in here. I have 3 more. And I can do some height on the sides, so I'm gonna do that. And this gives it a nice natural texture. With Christmas being a lot of times glitter and stuff like that, it helps soften it up a little bit. So the next thing I have a bunch of Christmas balls here. Okay. So I'm just gonna take my Christmas balls, and I love these. We sell these at the shop. They have wires like already in them, so I can just secure them, or I mean, a lot of times I just lay them in and snug them in, depending on where I want to put them. So I'm just gonna do every so often again. The other thing that you can think of is, rather than spacing out your color all the time, grouping it, which will give it a little bit more of a, like a dramatic feel. So spacing out your color is a little bit more of a neutral feel, but then like clustering it gives a little bit more of a over the top feel, which we like. So I'm just gonna put some here. I love these. These are geometric. I don't know if you can see that. These are super cool. I'm just gonna bring some down. This is a nice mantle because it's so deep, so we can do a lot of really cool stuff. So I'm gonna add some of these back here. You guys are good at balancing when you do this kind of stuff. I'm gonna bring some stuff down on the sides. I think it'll be pretty. But again, if you notice, it's more about the layers of the project rather than feeling like you have to take over the whole project at one time. So one step at a time. And I think the other thing is finding like nice quality products makes a huge difference, obviously. So if you go and you're trying to find the most cheap, like inexpensive thing, I would rather do like a really nice item and do it well rather than trying to muck it up with a bunch of stuff that doesn't cost a whole lot. So these are really nice pieces that I could stop. And I'm gonna add a little bit of gold here. You don't want it to look perfect. I also am adding a little bit of black. I made this centerpiece last year for them, and it has like these really pretty black balls. So I'm just going to add this to coordinate, and then we have a tree over here that ties it all together, which is pretty. So I'm going to add some black in here. I think black sharpens up any design, which is fun. All right. See here, what else I got? Okay, so now I have, and I'll add some more red and stuff like that after I leave you guys, but I'll just keep moving. So I have some glass balls on top of this, and I have, these are really pretty. You can see them, those are my favorite. See? All right, so I have some of these I'm gonna tuck in. I want to see, these are my, we did a tree in the other room with a ton of these in it, and it's so pretty. So, and then the other thing, here's another trick for you. All right, so if you're putting an ornament on a tree or a mantle or whatever, and let's say that, like right here, let's see. Let's just say we're gonna put it right here, okay? And it just isn't hanging in the right position, or like in a tree, you put it in a tree, and if you guys want to follow me, I'll show you. So we have this tree over here. Okay, so we have this tree over here we did yesterday. And so let's say that I have this ornament, and I just don't like the way it's like laying up against that ornament, okay? So if you take it and you pinch the string, and then you wrap it around the branch, now it's at the length that I'd like it to be at, and it lays straight down. So if you can see, I'm a stickler about my ornaments, especially like an icicle or like something that has a line that goes down, that it goes straight down. If it like goes like this, that's all I can see on the whole tree. I can't even look past it. It drives me crazy. Okay? So it's the little details like that to make sure that everything is like falling just so, and it looks nice and clean. All right? Okay, so back here, what else do we have? Oh, speaking of icicles, we have these icicles we're going to add, like that. All right, so again, I'm going to add a few different icicles on here. And you can see if you look really close, look closer. I got my camera crew here, my assistant. So whenever I put them on here, I don't want this to fall because it's glass. And so I'll just take the bottom of the stem that I put it on and just give it a little like pinch up so that I know if there's kids running around or whatever, that this icicle isn't going to fall, which is super important. So with icicles or a lot of different ornaments, again, I'm not going to put this here and then like space out the next one and space out the next one. I typically, if you think about nature, everything usually comes in like a grouping. Like even if like you have a rose bush, it's usually a group of rose bushes. If you have like a garden, it usually comes in groups. And so I'm actually going to put multiple icicles in one spot. And again, I would never do that. See how like it goes at an angle? That would drive me crazy. All right, so I make sure that it, again, it's free flowing. So I have that, and I might just put another one right here. See how they're not spaced out evenly, but they're grouped. So I'm gonna put one here and just give it a little pinch up, and then it has a nice flow. You guys see that? That's exciting stuff at 7:30 in the morning, all right? I have, let's see what else I got. I have these ornaments here. These are pretty. They're glass. And so again, that would probably be my last layer, is I would just add a few specialty pieces right at the top of everything else. So the other thing is with my designs, I usually start with my big items and I go small, but I also go from my less expensive items to my most expensive items. So like my trees, my last ornaments I put on are my most expensive ornaments, or the ones that are my specialty ornaments, because that's the one I really want everybody to see. If I put my last ornaments on first, you won't really see them. And you know, these cost more than this. Or I don't really want to see my greens, I want to see my pretty ornaments. And so I strategically use one thing at a time in order so that I know that my design will be executed properly. So, all right, so I'm just going to add a couple of these in here. And then, and again, I have a few more that I'll add in, but this gives you guys an idea of what this process looks like when we're designing. So we start, next week we start the Hancock Hotel, and my process is very similar to this, even there. So, so let me show you what I'm trying to do right here. I'm fiddling around. So this one, I try to put it right here, but I don't like how it's leaning up against the mantle like that. See that? So I don't think that's a good spot for it. So I'm going to move it down here where it flows straight down. It's not hitting against anything. Does that sound good? So, so yeah, if you're in town or whatever, check out the Hancock Hotel. I know they are really wanting people to get excited for the hotel despite everything that's going on. There's going to be some little things for kids, hot chocolate stands and stuff like that. But we're trying to make that really special, so we start that next week. Our whole like event world has blown up and looks nothing like we planned for 2020, along with everybody else. But we are really thankful for the support and for people that have continued to use us, and we've tried to get as creative as possible. So, but this gives you a sneak peek on the job with us. This is what I do almost every day, is hop around to different people's houses, and we're really grateful for really great clients. So thank you so much for having me today. And I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving.
All right. Oh, did we lose her?
I think we lost her. I think she's
Okay,
moved.
she jumped off. Okay. That's really cool. I honestly have never listened to anybody in like the whole thought process behind like the strategy and the technique of how you choose something and design something and then decorate. I'm not a decorator person. I don't decorate things. I leave that to my husband. I am not creative. I kind of just let him do things and then I pick it apart when I don't like it. And that's about as far as it goes for my decorative ability. So that was really cool. I'm glad. Does anybody know if she's been doing the Hancock Hotel for like, did she do last year's? Do you know? I'm just curious because I noticed the decorations last year and they were gorgeous.
Susie's saying yes.
Okay.
She's done the Hancock for several years.
That's really cool. Yeah, she does an incredible job then. And that's really impressive.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. My assistant like pushed the button. She's like, "Oh my gosh, I like totally love."
No, you're fine. We were actually just talking, just double checking. So you did the Hancock Hotel last year then too, right?
Yes, so we did it the last few years since.
Okay. I mean, it's incredible work. I remember walking in and just being like wowed and awed by the decorations and the amount of things. So that's really, really cool. And I was telling them, I didn't realize, I never even thought about like the technique and the strategy and the thought process that goes behind like as you're designing stuff and as you're really kind of laying it out. So it's really neat to hear because I'm not a creative person. It's really neat to hear that side of things.
Thank you.
So that's awesome.
Thanks. Yeah. Is there questions?
Anybody else have any questions for Gina?
Gina, do you mainly use items that the clients have, or do you bring in a lot?
I would say the majority is they will a lot of times purchase from me, like they'll invest in like a design concept. And then year after year, I will put it back up. I'll take it back down. I store it for, we do the whole thing. So we'll put it up the first year, design it. And then we take it down, we put it away properly. And then they hire me to put it back up the next year. And then like they can add, like I had a client that I went over to her house a couple of nights ago, and I've been working for her for 15 years. And like some years she adds, some years she doesn't. Sometimes she just adds a couple things. And it's become like a family tradition for me to go over there and we have pizza. And she started out just as a client that I would just do some Christmas stuff for. So sometimes people want to add, sometimes they don't, which is totally cool. But the majority of the time it starts out with my original install, and then I take care of it and properly. Even a lot of times, like this job in particular, everything's in pieces. So it's not like we just like take things out of the closet, plop it out. It's all in pieces, it's all in totes. And so, and even like the Hancock Hotel this year, they weren't able to do another installment of new stuff just because of their cutbacks. So we're taking a lot of the pieces. We have a whole room of stuff that we store for them, and we're just reworking everything to make it look like it's all brand new. So that's one thing that I can do for a lot of my clients is take what they have and then rework it so it all feels like it's not the same thing as they had the years prior.
That's nice.
So yeah.
So do you wind up doing anything like you do all the decorations and everything? Is there anything that you do as far as like home staging and design? Like say somebody's trying to sell a house, do you come in and do those pieces, or is it really mostly just like holiday decorative types of design and setup?
So we do all year round stuff. So this is our seasonal time. But we've had people that want to sell their homes, and we can go in and I can give an idea of what I would suggest or make or just freshen up. a lot of times it's just about simplifying and create like an organization within what you have. So a lot of times we'll come in and do that. I end up doing it half the time for friends. I come over and I just end up rearranging their furniture, even if I'm there to visit. So I think a lot of times with the holiday design, it turns into the everyday stuff, because I think that it's all about the aesthetics and the balance and everything. So we do that. We do a lot of home design and freshening up, like January, February, March. A lot of people have me come in, and especially during the pandemic last year, everybody was sick of looking at their house. And so we were able to even go into some houses, and they're like, I can't spend a bunch of money, but what can you do? And they'll just pay me like an hourly rate to just refresh what they have, which is a nice concept as well.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. I love that you do that.
Excellent question, Erin.
Well, I mean, I think it's a great idea, like you said, so you don't have to like buy things all over again. And yeah, and you know, we have a realtor here, so you know, she needs to stage a house. I know that's a pretty common thing.
Yeah.
What's your best method for marketing? How do you typically market? Like, is it Facebook? Is it word of mouth? Do you have a website that you kind of show designs?
I have a website. It's not the greatest website because people just don't use websites like they used to.
Yeah.
I post things on Instagram. I'm my own social media person. So I just kind of picture and post it on there, and then I just shoot it over to my Facebook. So I don't really even get on Facebook. I just simply put it on Instagram, and but other than that, word of mouth. But before social media, we didn't do any advertising really.
That's awesome.
Been grateful for a lot of support.
That's awesome. That's really great to hear. Just because, I mean, sometimes it's nice to get the inspiration and to see what you're doing, and, you know, an ability to refer and kind of show what you're doing. It's good to know between probably mostly Instagram, then we can pull up some pictures.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Pictures on there.
But very, very good to hear that word of mouth is, honestly, that's usually the best type of referral source anyway. So when that's working well, that's great.
Right. And repeat customers, I'm really thankful for people that have us keep coming back year after year, and that makes a huge difference.
That's cool. Awesome. Well, great. Does anybody else have any questions for Gina? No? All right. Then I am going to go ahead and wrap things up. I don't think we have anything else. Anything else for the good of the order before we're good and done for today? All right. I don't have my gavel and my bell, but I'm going to ding. Everybody go make it a great day.
Thank you.
Thanks, Erin.
Right.
Bye,
See you guys
guys.
later. Thank you. Bye.